Hello and welcome to Benevolent Plum Tarot. Today I am connecting with you with another pick a card reading. So for this reading, we are going to be looking at the energy between you and your person. So this is a romantic type of connection between you. So we will look at how they see you, you see them, the energy between you, and possibly a little bit of future energy. We will see when we get to that reading how it goes. Before we pick our card, I would just like to say thank you to my subscribers. I'm very excited and looking forward to where this channel goes. So I hope you'll continue to grow with me moving forward. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. We have a lot of fun here. We do pick a cards and other tarot type readings. So all these cards I have out, I'll list them in the description below, and the timestamps for our groups will be in the description below. So now if you will just connect with your intuition and pick group 1, group 2, or group 3. So group 1 is held up by a green zebra, group 2 is held up by the red hippo, group 3 by the yellow elephant. Again, please use your intuition and go with your first instinct, as that is usually the correct choice. All right, so thank you so much, and I will see you at your chosen reading. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's move that. So all these cards are already shuffled. I will do an energetic shuffle, and I will also put a timestamp so you can skip the card draw. All right, so for you I have the Page of Cups. Let's see, this is energy for you group 1 I'm starting with. Okay. Let's see, the Star and the Ten of Cups. Very nice. So let's get some cards for your person. So this is energy for your person here. We have the Strength card. Ooh, the Hermit. One more for your person. The old-fashioned way. And the Star. Cool. Alright, I'm going to try not to say too much until I have all the cards out for the people who skipped the draw, right? Okay, so I'm going to get some energy between you. Present energy. For group 1, present energy, please. A little bit more energetic, and then I'll just cut and draw off the top. Let's go one more. Okay. There we go. 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. Okay. Get a couple more. 7 of Swords, the Tower. All right. So I'm going to get a few oracle cards here for you guys. Let's get one of these. This is for the energy between group 1 and their person. Energy for their connection. Okay, exchanging gifts. Actually, I'm going to use these and get a card for each one of you. So I'll start with you, group 1. Start with a card for just you here. Alright, there it is. Communication. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I'm not going to talk about it yet, though. I'm not going to talk about it until I'm done. Alright, here we go. Grounding. Okay. Let's get some more cards really quickly. Let me give it a traditional. Energy between group 1 and their person, please. Oh, is there some chaos between you? A little bit? I don't know. I mean, it looks really positive right now, but I do see some issues. I'm not gonna talk about it yet. You know, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it while I pull, but I want to get the cards out. Okay, one more. Let's get a card here for the energy between group one and their person, please. All right, let's do this. Okay. Unity, responsibility. Okay. A couple more cards here. As you know, I like to use a lot of cards in my readings. Trying to cut back a little. Take it. Okay. Accomplishments. Grief. Okay. Get some of these guys here. And we'll pull it together. Okay, let's see what we have. Acceptance. One more, please. Oop. Balance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start here. So I'm going to start with you, group one, some energy I see, and I actually see, I feel like you are wanting to say something to your person. I see you as the Page of Cups. You have an offer in your hand. So I feel like it's, you know, sometimes that could be like a gift or just wanting to make an offer, wanting to ask somebody something that might feel more like you want to say something to them. The energy between you, I have a little bit of deception here. I have a little bit of loss, and I have a little bit of crumbling tower, but I also have the Page of Wands. So what does this mean? What does the Queen of Swords mean? Well, the Queen of Swords to me right now especially is about that communication, which we have a communication card here, right? Real quick, let's look at who is on the table. I see on your person's side a Leo, I see a Virgo, and I see an Aquarius. On your side, I have some water energy, so that would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also see the Aquarius on this side. Yeah, so that's what I see. I'm feeling some earth energy. I don't see it, but I actually do feel, besides the Hermit, which is Virgo, which is earth, I feel some Taurus and Capricorn. So maybe there's some Taurus Capricorns out there. So that's just a little bit of validation. You don't have to be those signs, but I like to throw them out there. So the energy again between you. Communication needs to happen somehow. There's something that needs to be said. I feel like it's you that needs to say it. On your person's side, I feel like they're kind of like waiting and trying to have fortitude as they do. So there may have been something that happened between you, some sort of deception. Maybe there was a third party. I don't know that, but I heard that it's it happens. Maybe there was a money financial issue. So I feel like this is somebody that you know very well. I don't feel like this is a crush, just like a crush, right? So at this point in the reading, I'm not getting crush energy like somebody that you work with that you're thinking about that you have a big crush on. So that said, this is a relationship or somebody you've been in a relationship with, a strong, a good connection. You may be separated right now, you may not be, but the distinction is made here that this is not a light crush. So if that's not ringing true to you, then you may have picked the wrong group, and you can go back and pick a different group. But for those of you who are with me, let's move forward. I see that there was something that shook the relationship, a deception of some sort. Maybe there was a lie. Maybe there was a money lie. Maybe somebody spent too much money and had to cover it up, or maybe there's just financial troubles. But there is this like energy of having to come clean or forgive or apologize. And I feel like the energy is coming from you. You need to like reach out to this person. In a way, they're just sitting in a waiting for you, right? Now you both have the star, you both have this Aquarius card, and I think that's really interesting because I feel like you're kind of mirroring each other in a way. And what that tells me is that I believe this is like a soul connection here. It's part of why I don't feel like this is just some light connection, some fleeting thing. I actually feel a really strong connection here. You may be married or life partners, or you may have lived together, you may have children together. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a really, this is a serious connection that you've had or that you have now. But there was something that crumbled it a little bit, a lie of some sort of deception, right? Could have just been some really harsh words, but I'm feeling a deception happened. Again, possibly around money or possibly around infidelity. You would know what it is, though. So I'm not saying that there is infidelity that you don't know about, and I'm telling you now, no. If there was infidelity, you would know because it's already in the past. It's already something that you're dealing with now. I feel like there's an element of trust, exchanging trust, giving each other, trust and rebuilding. So I feel like there was some trust broken, and we need to have communication here, right? And we have grief on this side. This person could be grieving the mistrust, but I'm okay. So I get some other people may have lost somebody in the family or be dealing with the loss, and you are being asked to be a very strong support. That's just for some of you, okay? That's just that's just for some of you. A message that needs to go out for some of you. There may be a loss of a loved one that has happened, and this person is needing a lot of support from you presently. Okay, so all right, we've said that. But now back to the relationship crumble. The person, if you have just lost, if somebody lost somebody, if there was a loss in the family of a loved one or a friend, you are being called to support this person, then that's the issue. Like, there's not a big crumbling in your relationship. So you are just being called to be, offer more compassion, offer some, communication in the way of, do you want to talk about it? How can I support you? So I'm going on two different timelines here. One is a loss of a loved one where you are being called in support of your person. And the relationship does not have big crumbles or deception. Okay, does that make sense? The other one timeline is I am having a deception or some sort of breakdown in trust in the relationship, and that is not built around the loss of a loved one. So to try to keep it clear and separate, and a lot of times I mix everybody in. You just have to catch the messages as they come. I'm gonna try and keep it nice and clean for you. So I want to go back to the one where there may be deceptions, breakdown in the relationship, a breakdown of trust. You are definitely being called to communicate with this person. There may be stuff that needs to be put out on the table right now. And as you do, you have to have a little bit of trust that you will be able to work through it, or that whatever's supposed to come from that comes from that, even if that's somebody walking away. I don't feel people walking away. I feel like people are working and communicating together and trying to rebuild something or come back into alignment. I mean, there's going to be varying degrees of that, but there is definitely a lack of trust that has to be built here somehow. And you're mirroring each other. You are, and I feel like you as a person are really attractive, warm. That person that they see you as like somebody they want to spend their life with. That's the energy. You are that person. And so it really hurts to have any breakdown of communication or trust. This person is I feel almost reeling from some breakdown in trust, right? But in here we have this passionate kind of start, so I do feel like this communication issue or this trust issue is going to be worked out. I want to read these cards here and see what they have to say. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Interesting. We have unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Interesting. We have balance here, and I feel like the balance is one of support and communication, right? I'll read the card. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That's very interesting because of this call for communication. There may be some level of needs not being met on either side. And you want to be able to communicate that so you can get your needs met, or they can get their needs met. You might even want to go to them and say, open up a line of communication here, and give them the opportunity to communicate to you where their needs might not be met, right? That's just for some of you, but there's definitely that call to make sure that you are in support of each other's needs. That's the communication issue here. All right. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yep, I feel like that again is still going in line with this balance. Accepting each other as you are. If there was, a mistake in the past, offer forgiveness, offer apologies. I see that. I feel like there's a connection here that is very much worth working on. You want to work on this, and it's on both sides. That's what I'm really getting. I feel like you're going to be the one that's going to have to initiate this open line of communication with this person, and just however small or however big, there is some element here of needing to have a safe space with each other to exchange your thoughts and feelings, and in doing so you will be able to level up and really work on moving forward in your relationship. So I think that's very beautiful. Now I want to read this exchanging gifts card because I don't know what it is. I have the book here. Okay. Exchanging gifts, the law of giving and receiving, currency trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. I'm going to go to the relationship message here. Love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. Well, there you go. I feel like that really just validated the whole reading. There is definitely a call for both sides to make sure each other's needs are met, communication, mutual love. If there's an element of mistrust or breakdowns in the relationship, you can overcome it by communicating. You can. I see it right here. So maybe I'll pull one more little card here. Let's pull one of these affirmators. They're fun. Pull one of these. These are more or less just like kind of fun little cards. I like them. They're a little silly though. Okay, and then I'll pull some letters too, just see if we can get some validations. All right. Let's see. Grace. I face disagreements with grace and flow with the ups and downs of my relationship. Balance. Without getting thrown off center. Balance. With grace, I am able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling, even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. I like it. So, yep, there you go. Have balance, have communication. And again, this is right here telling us to communicate with grace and integrity. No name calling, even if they are being a douchey barf monster, right? So with love, with empathy, with integrity, and that's what this Queen of Swords here is saying. That communication from the heart, but with truth, speaking your truth always, with integrity and kindness, even if it's something that you got to say that might be hard. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 1. I actually feel like it's very positive overall because there's definitely a way to level up here, reconnect here, come into alignment with your person if you're out of alignment. And again, there's some that may have had a loss in their life. That's for very, very few, but I saw it, so I want to put it out there. Support as much as you can. Ask how you can support those people in your life, outside of your life. Even if this is somebody besides you, here's a message for you. Just go to those people who are struggling right now and reach out and just ask how you can support them. That's a very loving and kind thing to do to your person and to anyone in your life who has struggled a loss recently. All right, let's move past that kind of depressing notion, but let's pull some letters here. So these letters are just for initials or whatever you see in them. They don't have to mean a lot, but I kind of think it's fun to throw them out there for validation, especially for initials. So I'm going to get some of these. More. All right, these are the consonants. We have an M, we have a W, we have an F, V, P, R, and N, and I'll get a couple of the vowels. We have I, we have O, E, we have the vowels. We have A, so I think we have all the vowels. So with that, I see a Tony. Hi, Mom. No, I'm kidding. My mom's name is Tony. Anything else you guys see? So take a look. Let me know in the comments if you see any initials here that make sense to you, or even any words. Other than that, much love to you. Good luck to you. You are the one to initiate this communication and open line, thoughts and feelings. So I wish you luck in doing so, and courage and strength. Much love to you, Group 1. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start with these for you. I'm going to pull some cards for your person, some cards for the energy between you, and then I will actually do the reading. So I'm going to pull the cards first. That way people can choose to skip all the card pull and go to the timestamp and just skip straight to the reading. All right, so energy for you first. I did shuffle all these cards just for you, but as you know, I like to do an energetic shuffle. Whoops. All right. Okay. Group 2. Here we go. The Empress. Judgment. Ace of Wands. Okay. So get some for your person, Group 2. I'm going to do a traditional shuffle here. Yeah. Okay. The Lovers. 4 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. So let's pull some energy between you. Energy between for Group 2. Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. Fortitude, the Emperor. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pull a few more. Energy between group 2. Energy between group 2 and their person. Okay. The World. 8 of Swords. Justice. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to get some oracle cards and then pull it together. So let's get an oracle card just for you, group 1, just for your energy. Ancient wisdom. That's interesting. I'm going to pull one more. Patience. All right. Oh, and I want to get a couple for your person as well. Letting go. The Shadow. Okay. Get one of these or 2 of these. Any more of these for group 2? We'll try it. All right. Air and relationship. Yep. Yeah, I see that. Okay. So I want to get a couple of these. For group 2, energy here. All right, we got 1. All right, any more? 2. Spontaneity. There's 1. There we go. Go to sea. So definitely have to read that card for you guys. And let me get a couple of these. Woo. All right. We have healing. Okay. And I do like to get one of these little affirmation cards. These are more or less for fun. I think they're just cute and fun. But they often do offer some good advice. So, validate the reading a lot. Let's see. That was too many cards kind of popping out. I like it to pop, but I just want to make sure it's right. All right. There we go. Teamwork. Okay. Oh, there's 2 anyway. And it means the same thing as the other. Okay. So, let's start with you. I see you as the Empress. That's a very attractive, nurturing, emotionally intelligent person. That is a lot of Venus energy there with the Empress. You could be an Earth sign. You could be a Taurus. You could also be Virgo, Capricorn. I see also this Wands energy. So you could be a fire sign, Leo, a Sagittarius, Aries. I'm feeling more Earth energy though. You don't have to be that, but you likely have it in your chart. So I would go check out your chart. There could be a rising sign Earth. For your person, they could be a Gemini, or another air sign, Aquarius, Libra. Gemini's coming in strong. They could also be an Earth sign. So again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do feel an Aries energy though here, so could be an Aries in there. Gemini, Aries, I feel air sign, fire sign, Earth sign. So it's a free for all on this. It's a free for all on this side. So I do Gemini is strong here. Gemini, Aries, and Earth on your side. So let's see what else we have. So the energy between you, I feel like this is a very complicated relationship. I feel like this is a relationship. This is not a fleeting. This is not a fleeting thing. Neither was the first group. Group 1 and you two, group 2, are both. This is a serious relationship, right? Could be marriage, could be life partner, could have been living together, or could still be living together, or had been moving in that direction. But something may have happened to kind of throw it off track. Somebody might be feeling a little bit trapped here. There may have been a third party situation. I see ups and downs. I see one person might be a little bit more stuck in their ways, like wanting to have things this way, that way. So more strict, more bossy even than the other person. I'm not sure who it is. I tend to feel like it's on their side, that they're the bossy ones. I want to look at their stuff. So we have letting go and the shadow. And then on your side, we have patience and ancient wisdom. So I feel like between the two of you, you are the one that's more centered here. You're the one that's more in control of your emotions. I feel like you even have a lot of trust in whether or not this is going to work out. I see you here as being kind of like spiritually advanced enough to understand that whatever happens here, that that's the way it's unfolding for you, that it's the way it's meant to be, that this is your path. So whether this is a relationship that lasts or that dissipates, you are in a position of understanding. You have that knowledge and that collective insight, that spiritual insight to know that wherever you are in the world, you're on your path, right? So that's where I see you. But your person, however, I don't see quite in that mindset. Your person, I feel like, is kind of in a place of being a little withholding, so withholding emotions, not letting you know how they feel. Again, we have this letting go, and that might be more of a front than an actual truth, if I could say that. I'm not sure where they're at, but I know I see them in a place where they don't want to show how they feel. They don't want you to know how they actually feel deep down. And this feels like too, like I said, there could have been a third party situation here, but whatever happens, again, I want to point out, because I'm being pulled into this judgment as well. You are going to be fine. Whatever happens here, you are the one that's just got that emotional intelligence to where that you're going to be fine. So again, I'm throwing that out here because I'm hearing it. I feel like you are a much more positive person, and maybe this person's a little bit of a immature emotionally. But there's love here. There's love here. There's just got to be something worked out between you. And it may be that somebody stepped out of that promise. There may have been a commitment and that somebody stepped out on it. And so it broke things down a little bit. So let's look at some of these other things here. And your person has the shadow card as well. They're kind of being more immature emotionally. I feel like they're really not looking at the whole picture right now. They're being very short-sighted. I'm not sure why. I want to look at these cards here. We have this healing card. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. It's very interesting, because this is what I feel already, is that I don't feel one line here. I feel some relationships, if this is your reading, are going to dissolve. They're not going to last, while others are actually going to last quite a long time and may even be a life partner. I'm not feeling like soulmate energy here, but I am feeling an energy of taking chances, putting energy into it because you feel that it's worth it. So there is a real call here to work on it. But if it's toxic, and you would know if it is, walk away. So wherever this person's at, there could be a way to come back into alignment with each other. And I do feel like there's somebody waiting, possibly you, because you have this patience card, but I see that somebody's waiting for something to happen between you. And I'm not sure who's going to have to come forward with it, you know? This person here, it's like they're like taking their time to make up their mind. Or they're just being a little selfish for some reason. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it, but I'm not getting it. So, yeah, I feel like they very well could be a Gemini or an air sign. Okay, so we do have these other cards. I want to read this one, this go to see, because I feel like that really is going to actually pull these two cards in. Let me read these two cards first, and then I'll read them. Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. And what I love about that is this boat here is just making these ripples of water, right? And then we also have spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. And I feel like that energy is coming from you, because I really feel like you are the one who's really in a positive mindset. Even if you're hurting, or even if your feelings are hurt, or even if you're suffering in this relationship, you have the full perspective to know that you will be okay, you know, that you are going to be fine. You're not a lonely person. Let's put it that way. You're very attractive. You have options. You have options and foresight and understanding, right? Or maybe as this person is a little bit more closed-minded or short-sighted. You know, and everyone is in this place from time to time, so that's okay that they are, but we want to move them out of that place, right? If this relationship is going to heal and progress, we want to move this person out of this place of withholding and allow them to open up and let love in, you know? Open up and have some trust. I feel like they might not trust that this is going places, or maybe, you know, maybe they're feeling, we have this trapped energy as well. Maybe they're feeling a little bit trapped, but I feel like that trapped feeling isn't because they don't want to be with you. It's some other circumstance in their mind, like they feel like they're going to get hurt, or they feel like they're not good enough. So it's more like that. But let's read this to see, and then we can kind of move on from there. Okay. All right, to the sea, being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. Exactly what I was saying about you, Group 1. Being in flow, knowing how the pieces fit together. That's so you. Okay, the relationship message is, there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things in your way? Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow your partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. Very interesting. And I feel like really we're waiting on them to let go. And now that I hear this and just said that, we're waiting on them to let go, I was called into this letting go card. So really, this may not be such an energy of wanting to let go of the relationship, but rather letting go of their own blocks, their own shadow, letting go of their own, walls that they have put up. Excuse me, Trilly. There you go. So, I want to read these two cards. Commitment. I willingly accept that it's safe to topple my walls. That's exactly what I was just saying. I willingly accept that it's safe to topple my walls and commit completely to a relationship. It might be one that's already here or one that's on the way. Either way, those walls have got to go. Without them, I can go further, feel freer, and love bigger than ever before. Bonus, no walls means I'll save a lot of money on picture frames. That's a silly thing to say. All right, teamwork. I'm determined to be a good teammate in all of my relationships. If we disagree, I'll resist the urge to place blame and look for a way to solve the problem together. When we're a team, everything's a game. And when we are on the same side, nobody can lose. Wow. That really sums up, I feel like that really sums up this connection. It really does. You are in a place here I feel like to lead by example, because I feel like you are, again, in a place of bigger perspective emotionally. And so you're going to have to, I feel like, pull them up a little to your level. But I feel like this person here is worth it. The relationship that you have is worth working on, but you don't want to force it. And as these cards say, you don't want, when you both are able to disagree and move past it, but this person needs to work on it a little bit more. Like, work on that letting go of being right, letting go of being the bossy one. Remember, we talked about someone being bossy, and I do feel like it's them. Of course, it could be switched. This is a reading for lots of people, but yeah, I feel like this person has a little bit more work to do, and you have you are in a place to kind of lead the way and set the example. But this relationship is definitely something that can level up, that can grow, that can move into, bigger and better vibrations. Okay, so that's beautiful. And commitment too. So I feel like you guys are leveling up, but it's just going to take a little bit of gentle pushing on your part. Very gentle though, right? Because this person has some boundaries up that need to be chipped away. They need to chip them down, right? And so be a really positive influence here. Don't be pushy in a rude way. Be loving. And of course, make sure your needs are met though. I don't want you to be just waiting and this person never lets their guard down and you're waiting forever and life passes you by. So you have to have discernment there. Your needs definitely need to be met. So having said that, you don't want to be waiting too long, but I don't feel like you will be. I feel like just by being positive, letting this person know that you are here with love, and building trust together, that it's going to level up. I feel like it's going to be a good thing. So, having said that, I want to pull some letters. And, this is just for validations. Maybe your initials are in there. Maybe you could spell something that means something to you. I'm just going to put them out and let you look at them inside. If you see some initials, let me know in the comments, or some words that make sense. I like them as validators. All right, so there's some consonants. Let's get some vowels. A few vowels here. We have E, I, A, and E. So lots of E's. And a U. All right. So pause this if you would like, to take your time and just kind of look at the letters here. Kind of put them out for you to see. And see if you can see some initials. It'd be really awesome if we had all 4 initials, right? Yours and theirs. Or spell something that means something or makes sense to you as a validator. Again, let me know in the comments. And other than that, that's all I see for you today. Group 2. You guys are actually going to be moving forward, but I think you're leading that way there. So good luck to you and much love to you. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. So all these cards are already shuffled. I do like to do an energetic shuffle. I'm going to pull all the cards and then I will do the reading. So I will put a timestamp so you can skip me drawing the cards if you would like. Actually, I was using this one. I'm going to use this one to pull some energy for you. Then I'm going to pull some energy for your person and then the energy between you. All right, so energy for group 3. Let's see. Probably do one more overhand here and then cut the deck. Let's do one more. All right. All right, the 8 of Wands, Temperance, and the Death card. All right, so let's see what we got for your person. We have the Knight of Swords, person for group 3. Alright, let's do this. The Magician. Yeah. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to go ahead and get some energy between you. We have the Empress. The Empress card has shown up for every reading so far. So we'll see. All right. So that one, you know, some of these are facing the wrong way. So let me reshuffle that. Okay. We'll cut the deck and pull off the top, but I want to shuffle a little bit more. Okay. We have the Page of Wands. And the 8 of Cups. King of Swords. 3 of Wands. And the Lovers. Okay. So I'm going to get some Oracle cards now. I'm going to get some for you and some for your person. We'll start with you. Healer and Cycles. I see a card flipped upside down, so I'm going to flip that back and go ahead and grab a couple for your person. Okay. Conflict and relationship healing. Okay. So I'm going to get a couple of these. Commitment. One more. See here. Empathy. Okay. Fork in the road. Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple of these, oops, heart cards here, these love cards. I'd like to get 2 of them. 2 here for group 3 and their person. Too much. Oops. Let's try again. These are a little bit awkward shape. I like the way they look, but they are awkward to shuffle, most definitely. I have not gotten used to these. But that's okay. All right, we have power. Okay. All right, so then let me get one of these, and then I want to get one of the left fermentator cards. These are just kind of like fun little cards. All right, so let me get 1 or 2 of these. There we go. Good source. Yeah, one more. Oh, and relationship. Okie dokie. So, one more here. I'm going to do one traditional shuffle. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to cut and pull off the top. I'm going to do one more because it's just not feeling quite right. I don't know why. I feel like there's like, yeah. So what I'm feeling right now, just with shuffling the cards, I am feeling kind of like there is some conflict. There is some sort of energy between you. Maybe it's a push-pull energy. There's something in between you that needs to be overcome, I feel like. So having said that, let me pull these out, and then I will get into the whole reading. If that card wants to come out, we'll get it, but it didn't. It was more of a floated off, not a pop. You have to recognize the pops, right? Tell me in the comments below if you pull cards, if you read cards, and you know what I'm talking about. There's definitely a energy that you feel. Okay. Okay, and it's the same card. Exactly. See, I like to make sure. Okay. All right. So, let's start here with your energy. With this temperance here, you could be a Sagittarius. You could be another type of fire sign as well. We have this 8 of Wands. You could be a water sign like a Scorpio. You could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But we definitely have Scorpio and Sagittarius coming in strong on this side. Now, of course, you don't have to be, but check your charts because your rising sign, could very, very well be these. So I suggest everyone go get their rising sign because I almost feel like that's an energy that gets neglected that should really be, looked at more or it can help to know what your rising sign is. Okay. It can help in kind of like how people see you, and if you know a little bit about how people see you, it can kind of give you a little bit of self-reflection, right? So yeah, go check out your rising signs after you're done with this, okay? It's in your chart. All right. So we've got you. Let's look at your not your friend, but your person. Could be a friend. Since I was saying that, they probably are a friend. But we have the Knight of Swords, so they could very well be, I'm getting like air energy. They could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I've been feeling like there's been like a lot of air energy here in this, all three readings, air and earth actually. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here, we have the Magician. I feel like this person is able to take their ideas and create reality, turn them into reality, bring them to fruition. As I spoke about this in group 1, a lot of times people have ideas and they're really amazing, but they're not always able to put them into action, to actually bring them into the material world. So I feel like your person is actually very good at that. And I also feel like they are wishing for something to work out between you. So having said that, we have this Empress energy. So I do feel like you are very an attractive person. That person that people think of when they want their life partner, right? They want that person that is that can do both. You know what I mean? That person that has it all. That's who you are. You're physically attractive. You're funny. You're nurturing. You're emotionally intelligent, and also you're just intelligent. You're fun to be around. A good personality. This is the whole package here I'm talking about, and that is you. You're also very balanced, it looks like, in a lot of ways, but I do feel like there is something off balance here, so I'll get to that in a second. With this person, I feel like they could be a karmic relationship that is necessary, okay? The reason I say that is with this Wheel of Fortune, that can often be karmic energy. And given that this person is kind of a take it or leave it energy right now, they could just be a karmic relationship. And what I mean by that is more of a learning relationship, a relationship that comes into your life so that you can learn lessons, learn more emotional intelligence, learn more spiritual intelligence, and just essentially level up for the next phase of your life or your next relationship. So I do have this energy of wanting to walk away. I feel like this walking away energy is actually coming from your side. To be honest, like I feel like there's like this kind of energy on your end of kind of going not wishy-washy, but making rash decisions. And I don't mean that in the most negative way, but you kind of like have this feeling where like this, maybe if you guys are arguing, or maybe there's something that comes up between you and your person, you feel like walking away. You feel like scrapping the relationship and walking away, which isn't necessarily a good attitude to have, right? Because you want to have an attitude of being able to work on issues and not just scrap them and walk away. So I do feel like, though, you do go back and forth between, really gung-ho with this relationship or scrapping it and walking away. These are energies that come back and forth between you. So, and I do feel like this is a relationship. This is not just somebody that you have a crush on. This is a relationship. So all three of my readings have been a full-on relationship of some sort. So, and I told the others, if it's not a relationship, if it's just like a crush situation, go back and pick another group. Well, unfortunately, all three have been a full-on relationship. So I'll do another love reading for more kind of crush-related stuff soon, if that's you and you didn't get to have a group that spoke about that, because these are all three very relationship-heavy. So, okay, if you are with me on the relationship, let's move forward. If you're with me on this to this point here. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of these cards here. And then we'll talk a little bit more about what I'm seeing here, because I am seeing some conflict. This is the conflict card, but I am seeing some conflict. But I feel like it's like a take it or leave it situation. But the take it or leave it keeps coming up. Maybe there's some arguing, or maybe there's some harsh words spoken, but I don't even feel like it's that much. I feel like it's not that much conflict, but it's the reactions to the conflict that's the issue. So there'd be a little bit of conflict, but then the emotional response is so heavy and maybe not even communicated. Like that heavy response is you're holding it in your heart, or they are, but I do feel like it's you. You're having an emotional response to small conflicts that are bigger than the conflict, if that makes sense. And you're not communicating it all the way to your partner or to your person here. So say you have an argument about something silly. You have some little argument like what car is better, and it's not a big deal at all. But because the way you spoke to each other in the argument, you are now feeling disrespected and your feelings are greatly hurt. But the argument wasn't really anything at all. It was, it's a stupid argument, right? Which we all do this, That's why it's a karmic relationship. These are the things that you're learning. But, so the argument was very silly, but your emotional response that you carry with you leaving that argument is very heavy. And then you're holding it in and you're not communicating it. So what I really feel like is that you need to have a little bit of understanding when you're having conflict. Understand that these conflicts arise, they happen always. In every relationship there's conflict. How you deal with that conflict is the issue. You have the conflict and then you heal from the conflict. You don't want to carry that heaviness away with you. But the way that you work on not carrying that heaviness is being able to effectively communicate why you are hurt, why your feelings are hurt. Why your feelings are hurt in that instance is not the argument itself. It didn't matter which car was better. It was the way you felt you were disrespected in the argument. You felt that what your thoughts were invalid or invalidated. So that's the real issue. You have to somehow speak your mind, communicate what's making you feel hurt or invalidated, and then that's all it is. And then you will be able to quickly heal from there. The conflict, whatever the conflict is, will be quickly healed because you were able to communicate how you feel. So that's the real big message I'm getting right now is there's a big focus on healing, but I don't feel like it's one big conflict that needs to be overcome. That may be true for many of you, but what I'm really feeling from this reading is that it's small conflicts that need to be overcome. It's small conflicts that may seem detrimental, and in a way they are, unless you communicate your feelings effectively and compassionately and using empathy. So let's move on to some of these cards now, and then we can come back to that. So commitment, you dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. I feel like that is a positive message, but also I'm getting from this, which is maybe a little bit weird, but I'm getting from this what I was saying before. I feel like maybe sometimes you're hanging on to being right and you're committing too much to the notion that you're right rather than the communication between you and coming to a point where you you don't have to be right for everything. That's what I'm basically saying. You don't have to be right for everything, and this could be their energy. Of course, this could be their energy, but I'm getting this on your energy, and you don't have to hold on to being right. That's what I'm also getting from this card. It's a commitment card, so I feel like you might want to take a positive message from that as well. But that's what I'm getting, is that you're holding on to something that's maybe a little insignificant in the relationship, and it's you might want to pull back and have a little bit bigger perspective on that. Empathy, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Now that is really a call to have that empathy, which you yourself are actually a very empathetic person, possibly an empath actually, but when it comes to conflict with this person, sometimes it gets put to the side. So you want to make sure that you're having empathy in the way that you're speaking and communicating, because there is a big emphasis here on communicating how you're feeling. Because once you get those thoughts out there, they aren't so big. By holding it in, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Okay, so let me look at these two. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Yeah, I feel like you do know that you can walk away any time, but I feel like sometimes you take advantage of that. And I don't mean that to sound harsh at all, because you're just a human being. I'm a human being. We all do these things. We all have emotional responses. But sometimes I feel like you want to hold walking away over the other one's head. Sometimes. That's just what I'm getting. Don't get mad at the messenger. It's what I'm getting. And that doesn't have to be true for every single person. That's for some of you, okay? Because we also have healer and cycles here, I do see that. I feel like that's part of this up and down in this relationship. Okay, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So very beautiful. Again, that's just having empathy, communicating with compassion, and having acceptance of each other's differences. All right, so we have source here, we have relationship here. These are validating to me that this is a relationship reading. And that I actually feel like, again, you're a very empathic person. I feel like you are connected in emotionally and spiritually, intelligent. So something for you. I want to read this fork in the road card. Fork in the road. The essential meanings are time to make a decision. Consider the consequences as you prepare to act. Oh, I feel that for you. Owning up to your obligation and making a necessary choice. That considering the consequences as you prepare to act, I feel again that's for you in the sense of not reacting too rashly, not feeling like you need to scrap the whole relationship or scrap the whole day because of a small disagreement, right? Okay, the relationship message is: you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up the possibility of love or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest and give, and then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with the relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. Oof, we're getting deep in this. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decisions you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. And that's what I said at the very beginning. It doesn't matter if you walk away, it doesn't matter if you stay, because this relationship is really about learning and leveling up and gaining that emotional intelligence. But I really feel like with this emotional healing card here, and the energy overall, the Lover's card, that you really are meant to stay in and continue in with this relationship. Whether it's meant to last a lifetime or not, there's more to gain from it. So that might not be true for every single person. You'll have discernment here. If it's toxic, walk away. But I feel like for most people, you really are called to hang in there and actually learn to cope and work out differences, communicate effectively and compassionately, and be able to move past conflicts with love. And in doing so, your relationship heals. You learn how to be an individual who is happy within your relationships, and overall healing. I would like to read this acceptance card. When I get to know new people, I accept their actual traits rather than the ones I project on them. Same goes for not new people I already know. Acceptance is the delicate art that reminds us everyone is their own unique self, and we cannot expect them to ever be anything but. Wow, interesting. So again, this is really a message about being your own unique self, allowing your own personality to shine through. Allow yourself to be you. Don't bend into what you think somebody else wants. And also in that same vein, accepting this person for who they are, for their faults, for the way their personality is. Their personality is different from yours. This person that you are dealing with, they are more of a thinker, analyzer. They're not, I don't feel like they're super in touch with their emotions. And if they are, they're not showing it. So, and I feel like you you have heavy emotions, you have heavy emotional responses, but you don't always communicate them effectively. So this is, perfectly normal and natural ways to be. These are perfectly and natural ways to experience relationships, but this is the message of how you're going to level up this relationship and move forward. And I really see that you do. I see this relationship healing. We have relationship here as well with some beautiful crystals on both ones. And of course, overall, the energy that I'm seeing is of new, invigorated passion for you both. So yeah, I see it as a very positive reading. Again, just communication. Don't overreact to your feelings. You don't have to scrap your day. You don't have to scrap anything. Communicate how you feel, and then accept how they are feeling and work it out together, okay, with love and compassion. So I want to pull some letters really quick just for some validation for you. Maybe there's some initials. I'm not very good at seeing the words in these. So I will let you do that and see how it is for you. Hopefully there'll be some initials for you in here. If not, no big deal. If the reading resonated, then it resonated, right? So if you see some initials that make sense or some words that make sense, let me know in the comments below. Let's see here. We have I, O, lots of I's and some A's. So yeah, I don't know. Like weird. I see Gran. See, I'm not very good at this. Grant. But I kind of like it like this. I kind of like it to split the words up, or letters up here and allow for initials, right? Yeah. So you take a look at these. Pause it if you like. Let me know if these letters fit your initials or any words or anything else that makes sense to you. And yeah, positive reading overall. I feel like really sometimes there's little mountains made out of molehills. That's all I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing a pretty good relationship here, and it's moving up. And either way, you are learning a lot. Like you are really learning a lot in your life, how to be a full, independent, self-loving individual here, either way. So whatever you choose to do, you are blessed. So thank you so much, Group 3. So much love to you. Take care.